it's boiling and I've dressed my wounds and you don't have to look at my face gash. Okay, so we got the soup boiling here. Now, what is recommended is that you take some of this broth, put it over the raw pork or cooked pork, that, to kind of soften it up, or cook it in the bowl. This is really confusing. To soften the pork. Mashy, mashy. Okay. Fine. Yeah, a little more. Personally, I just think that takes away from the liquid that I need to put all of the junk that goes into this soup into it, but that's okay. So next you add all the vegetables that you blanched, and try not to burn yourself as they go in. That's the bamboo shoots, the oyster mushrooms, and the lily bulbs at this point, if that's what they actually are, because I can't quite remember. Okay. Give that a stir. Getting there. Starting to smell like it. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Okay. Then I'm going to add the oyster mushrooms. They're actually enormous. And some of these bean sprouts, but it seems like I'm going to run out of room in the pot, so I'm going to add all of them. Ooh. Is that loud? Mm-hmm. Okay. Stir that up. I feel like I'm going to have to add more broth. I don't want to fuck this up. But I'm looking at it, and it's saying, what's the deal? One more cup of broth, maybe. Okay. Let's get that going. Just keep staring at the soup while I miraculously create broth of nothing. Okay, please, cup of broth, do not forget my soup. There we go, there we go. Looking good! For the record, those were spoons. Okay. Those were spoons. Okay. Next we add that tofu. Gently break it apart. I'm sure if you try this at home, your wok will be better than mine, and it will not scare you that, well, I feel like any moment now the mitten is gonna let it go and dump all over my feet. I think it's a faulty mitten. Anyway, get that going. And at this point, you're supposed to add the light soy sauce. The sugar, freaks me out adding sugar in soup, but I don't eat a lot of sugar, so try that. And okay, I was feeling a bit of a movement on the pot's end of things. Add your black vinegar. And then you add your dark soy sauce, which does add quite a fantastic flavor, but at the same time, part of the reason you're adding it to this is for color. So you may not need to add all of it if you think it's dark enough. I think that looks pretty good, so I'll just eat that with crackers. Okay, so now add the salt. And very importantly, you add the pork. And get that cooking. But since it's thin, it's not going to take a long time, which is nice. Oop. Ooh, look at it go. That's pretty fast. Okay. And with the Expert Village recipe, they did not add shrimp, but I love shrimp, so I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of pre-cooked shrimp without tails for convenience of slurping. And then, oh, it's getting really thick now. Okay. This is looking crazy. Yeah, a little more of this actually. After all that, okay, finally, now we add the pepper, and this is about a pinch of Sichuan pepper. Wow, did I ever whistle that? That was crazy, that was, man, that would hurt some dogs. Okay, there we go. Sichuan pepper. Since most of the cooking is finished, I'm just heating up the shrimp. And the pork looks like it's coming along nicely. Then you get to do the fun part. What are you pointing at, camera?
Cornstarch?
No.
No.
No, for the egg.
Alright.
Yeah. Quit it. Cornstarch is the last thing to add. So you pour the egg in over your chopsticks. Whoa, whoa, fuck. I mean, pardon. Whoops. That. So it goes in somewhat gently and all over the place. And then it disappears completely. But you're supposed to kind of do this crisscross motion gently to get the egg drops going. They've completely disappeared. I don't know where they are. Or maybe they're really tiny floating around in there now. The color has completely changed. Yeah. Do I blame the shrimp? In that case, I'm going to add the rest of the dark soy sauce with a little bit of water to get it out of the container. It's not very red. I'll tell you what, this is time for a spoon. Don't look at me. I might make a face. Do it. It tastes good. It's not what I'm used to, but then again, I'm used to restaurants that make shortcuts or take shortcuts on this, so. And it's not very red. Should I add a smidge more dark soy sauce?
You better put water with it.
I'm gonna put water with this. You just simmer down there, cameraman. Okay. So, let's find the cornstarch thing here.